Whoa. You guessed it. In the house, not out on the water. I want to talk real quick about, this is my buzzbait box. I've redone it. I cut it all out to where they just lay in there flat, just in case. Because for a minute there, the Googan baits, I thought maybe it was something to do with they weren't laying flat or right, but I found out that wasn't the case. So I'm going to give you an update on that. Plus, we've got a Tacklewarehouse unboxing. Should be Hellraisers. Hopefully they all made it. But let's get this covered real quick. You're going to see in a video, actually you saw in a video released today. Go check it out if you haven't watched it yet. But Matt started tearing them up on one of these guys right here. Let me get one out here. Now he had a white one, but he wasn't doing as good. We tried it off and on. But that Googan bait right there, it's a black and blue. There's definitely not a lot of blue in there, but there is some blue fleck, but a gold blade. And buzzbait bite had been on. It's kind of an all-day bite. They weren't real big. The first day Matt got on it, they were bigger. Then they were little, and then actually you're going to see a video coming up from that they got pretty big again, but they were kind of still small, but they're still on. So like several days in a row of like almost buzzbaits all day long, but pretty much that right there kind of bait. So anyway, I ordered, if you guys are following along here, and let me move these other baits out of the way. So these are all the ones of mine that if you watched in that video, I went through the majority of my box and it took forever. Now there's some Googan baits in here that I've already sort of straightened out somewhat. So I want to talk about that. So if you guys remember right, I ordered a bunch of these baits and let me get them out of here. I ordered a bunch of these baits, and every one of them, like you're going to see in an upcoming video, every one of them pulled like hard left. It was like, what is going on here? So once I started looking at them, pulling them out, because I had some still brand new. Like a couple of them I kind of got, in a way, had bought in case Matt wanted to get some from me kind of deal. So they were still new in the package. So what's funny is I didn't send it back. I didn't contact them, but the same thing, this is a 3/8 ounce. This one came from Tacklewarehouse, actually. But they're like crazy bends, like insane, not straight out of the deal. So here's what I did. Well, first off, just to get them to work that day, this is the two we were using. And I'll try to show you, hopefully it'll come through. Hopefully you can make out the bend I had to put in the angle. We had to kink them to get them to, and they still weren't perfect. They rode a little tilted, but they kind of came sort of straight at you. I mean, they worked. Kind of got the job done, but I need to actually straighten those out and tweak on them. And I'm going to try to show you the process. Today I'm just going to kind of show you the rough thing of it, but you can't really true a bait unless you're out on the water casting and reeling it back at you to get it trued right. But you can get close. And I'll tell you real quick what you should look for on whether it be a spinnerbait, buzzbaits, these baits that have like the any of them have these wires right running up to where the tie-off is. So I haven't messed with this one yet because I was kind of waiting to show you guys in this video. So you can clearly see, hopefully that it comes out in the camera, that this bait makes a hard left. Like that whole thing, the blade is pretty straight with this. It's like this part, however they bend or do whatever, they keep that straight. But it's all in this is where they goofed, I believe. Where they molded, where they stick the hook with that, and I don't know, somehow they've jacked up in the manufacturing process. So whenever you get a bait like that, it's really, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It is hard to get one of these to run true. That just, if they come out of the package not running true, these can be harder than anything, like harder than a crankbait to get them to just run true. But basically, everything should be straight in a line, okay? The hook, so basically the jig, the shaft up here, all the way here, and through to there. So that should all be straight. If it's kinked or twisted or whatever, you're going to have to kind of adjust with the blade, make some tweaks and changes and adjustments, and it will happen. So what I was going to try to do is tell everybody, and I'll show you what I do to fix that, but I'm going to tell you real quick what Karl's did. I sent him a message telling them, because and if you just buy one, I would probably just do what I'm going to show you here instead of trying to contact them, send back, unless you just want to. But it's not real hard to set and get one sort of back to going good or decent. I mean, I know it's a pain, but if I would have just bought one, I probably wouldn't have said nothing about it. We would have just tweaked it out on the water and been fishing it. But every one of them I bought. And I bought like 6 or 7, like 9 total, 2 from Tacklewarehouse. I bought a bunch. Okay, I got the 2 different color, or I got the 2 different weights and all the colors, the 3 colors. So I bought 6, then I bought 2 extra. So yeah, 8 maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I contacted Karl, told him that, you know, hey, these things, I don't know if you guys know or not, but these Googan baits, like every one of them pulls left, and I don't know if I need to send them back, get a refund, send them back, you send me some or what. So they just messaged me that they were aware that there was a small issue. You know, they're probably trying to, I don't know how many batches were affected or what was going on or how many people are turning in, because a lot of people just go and buy a buzzbait and it runs weird and they tweak on it, which I'm talking about. But it's on the way. They haven't made it yet. For whatever weird reason, the shipping won't be until I think next Tuesday. But it shows the tracking number. They're sending me the exact amount of baits I bought. Haven't mentioned nothing about sending these back. So I figure I will go out on the water and do a true. We're going to try to tune every one of these to get it to run as straight as we can. But I'm going to show you in this video. If you have one, you know, pull it out of the package. If you get any of the Googans, or just in the future any buzzbait, pull it out of the package, try to hold this up, get it straight. That should go straight out also. See how it doesn't? So we're gonna try to tweak it. Now you could use pliers. You want to tweak it right at the head, but you're gonna want to get it straight. Now the only really thing you can do though after this part at home kind of thing is make sure these are straight in line as they can get, is just get out on the water and try it. Now here's what you do. You get everything as straight as you can get bent straight. Then if you throw it out, and if it's like all ours were coming hard left. So basically you push the back of the blade the way that it's, you know, if it's going that way, you do it this way. Because what you're doing is you're twisting it will turn the front of this way, right? So hard left means basically like that. It'll help counter that. Now you can only go so far, so just make sure you get everything as straight as you can. And on these you can tweak a little bit. And it really doesn't affect it coming at you straight or away, but you can tweak this blade up a little bit. We'll let this ride a little lower with still making some squawking, or leave it like it is. Because I noticed Matt's, I think when his really got good, it had gotten bent up to the point where it was riding a little lower. So he was going just as slow as he could kind of deal. Still making this clack, but the bait was a little lower in the water column. So, and we get out, if there's still a buzzbait bite going, I'll still be able to kind of true them up, get them close. But as far as trying that, you know, because I got so many of them now, I'll try the, you know, one not bent up at all, just about how they come out of the package. And I'm going to try one bent up, and just to kind of get a little thing there. But it could be a whole different color that may be working or whatever. But actually what I'm most excited about, because the new ones aren't in yet, and once those come in, we're going to pull them out of the package. I'm going to do a live unboxing. We're going to pull them out and look at them and just see if we get a good batch, or if they're going to be, and if they are like this and they're tweaked, I'm just going to, I can't say I won't ever buy a Googan buzzbait again, because these suckers do work. And we're also going to find out if it's just that the fact there's a black body and a gold headers, there's some magic to a Googan bait, of course, once you get it to run straight. So without further ado, let's open our Tacklewarehouse package. Anybody got a knife? Oh my goodness, I don't have a knife. Oh, look, I got a ton of Googan buzzbaits. Let's just use one of them. Right, they're already jacked up. Let's just use one of them. Hang on. Let's just use a Googan buzzbait. Works just fine. So what do we have? Fresh from Tacklewarehouse. You guessed it, because it's in the header. A bunch of goodies. But before I pull out the good goodies, let me just show you what I got here to finish up with this. Picasso, they have, I believe there's a few sizes, and it tells you there's a chart right there on Tacklewarehouse. You're going to want the large for the 3/8 and the 1/2 ounce, which is the main majority of buzzbaits I throw. Now, if you do have some of these little micros, I think they do have a small, medium, and large. But the large is the ones you want. That's what these are, is the large. We're going to compare them real quick. If I can get the package open real quick, we're gonna do it. I can't even remember. Oh, they give me the little deals too. Look at that. So you can pop off your old ones, pop that on. That's one thing that you crimp, so where the blades clack together. Now you could probably scrape that off if it's a coating, but I don't know, I may just leave it. But you can get 3, and these are the good blades too. These are the blades I like. Let's just compare them to a Googan and see if they're turned. They're turned the same way as a Googan. They look roughly the same size. Instantly, what I can tell right off the bat that is not the same, they don't have the holes cut. I may Dremel me some holes in these, because I think there is something to those holes. Little extra bubble trail. Most some buzzbaits will leave a bubble trail, but as the water gets less soapy, I guess you'd call it, less of a bubble trail unless you have those holes. And sometimes I think the fish do kind of see a bubble trail. It kind of gives them a little something more to guide, to watch and look or whatever. So gold's a little different. If you guys can make that out, yeah, see the gold is definitely different. But you know, you guys know me, black and blue with the gold blade chatterbaits. Buzzbaits seem to be on so far this season. Don't quote me on the price, but these are pretty reasonable. You get 3 of them. I'm gonna probably put one I'll show you. I've got one that the blade just, if you guys watched, I think it, no, it's not. It's a video coming out tomorrow. You'll see, as soon as this sucker started working real good, the blade just went, I'll show you. You don't have to. If you've got little balls or whatever, you can put, that sounded weird. You can put them on the front of that, but it's really that easy. You put this piece on, you put this on, and what I do before you do any crimping, put this all the way on. Of course, you've straightened that out with your pliers to get the old blade off. Sometimes you got to pull that hard if you've crimped it, but you're basically just going to bend that up like you're going to take needle nose just past the tip of a needle nose pliers. You guys know the deal, right? Just like almost any, you can see if you're questioning it, look at one of your other. Doesn't take much, just enough that you can kink it around. So you're going to do that first. You don't have to have anything other. Some of them have a little ball on the other side of that, but you don't need any of that. You just need that up that way. Just bend that, and I would bend it. Most of them go, you want to go right back into this because it could possibly, if you bend it up this way, the blade may miss something, but that could catch on grass, gunk, and just, it's better to bend it like straight down at this. Just that little bit, and then you'll want that to fall against that, and then crimp it right there to where it doesn't spin. That way you'll get your little squeaking will kick in eventually on that. It's really that simple to change one out. If it was on there, you'd have grabbed your pliers, straighten that out, pull the old one off, pull the old blade off or whatever. They're usually messed up, and then put your new ones on. But Picasso, I think that's the only blades I saw on Tacklewarehouse, gold ones anyway. So that'll refresh in that, which is not a crazy, I mean, it's fairly sharp. Not the greatest buzz bait in the world, but it's still a good one. It's got a black head. I'll put a black and blue skirt on it, wherever it's at. So that's one I turned into a black and blue, and I had that other little, there's a Meredith bait, I believe. Or it could have been no, that was Meredith baits. I don't think that was one of our big A baits. But anyway, you put, it was a black and blue like little swim bait on it, and was tearing them up, and the blade shot craps, and I rigged it up on my other one, which is somewhere, you're going to see that tomorrow, wherever I did, I don't know what I did with it. That was the only baits I could get to compete with Matt's black and blue. I finally got my old dude out that is an awesome sounding one, and I put that black and blue swim bait on it, and then it kicked in and worked good. But these are definitely awesome. So I'm going to leave those alone, but I'll probably take that one for sure. I will probably take a chartreuse and white one. I'm not sure which one. And turn it into, and I may even do it to a Googan bait. I may take one of these Googans and try it. So I may do just a white Googan with the gold blade. But usually chartreuse, I've always kind of associated, like if you got a real, you're trying to go bright, right? You guys know War Eagle's good about doing that. They'll put a lot of bright orange and chartreusey stuff, and they'll have a gold blade on it, right, for kind of muddy water. So anyway, on to the show. Here's what I'm more excited about than any of it, because I'll be honest, as soon as I just really started to get the feel for it, I lost that bait, and oh my God. horrible. I tried the Alberto knot and it gave out on me. I've watched a few videos again, like, how do you tie that Alberto knot? Okay, that's the way I tied it, and it let go. But we had one of these baits, and it was working. I missed a huge blow up at a different place, then caught a good bass, and then we got to where I thought I was going to do good with it. We lost it. But then these came back in stock. That's the bone color. So we got a good bone color to use. And this dude. Now, you guys know me. I haven't really looked and seen how hard they are to switch, but in my mind, I'm thinking if that gold blade was on this black sucker right here, what? Yeah. But I'll probably leave them alone for right now. That's just an experiment later on down the road. I know it's $15 each, $30 experiment. Yeah, what the heck, right? It's Bass and Bonsai. Spend a ton of money showing you guys how to save money on baits. That's what we do around here. So anyway, stay tuned. Got more videos coming, more live streams coming. I will for sure try to put together a Sunday recap. I'm going Saturday with Matt. We'll probably be trying this stuff out. Then I haven't got a hold of Charles yet. I need to get a hold of him and see if he wants to do something Sunday, because Matt's busy Sunday. I think everybody's busy Sunday but me, who, I'm never busy on Sunday. I should go to church. The water's my church, right? It is my platform to preach. Right? Sure it is. All right, guys. Stay tuned. Get out. Go Bass and Bonsai. Get you some baits. Just in the initial thing, I'm recommending this so far. It's definitely something different they haven't seen yet, and I like the feel. You guys know me, right? I love chatterbaits. This is a topwater chatterbait. That's really what it feels like. It feels like a topwater chatterbait. And so far, it's been game on, I'm thinking. So hopefully there's still some topwater bites going. It's been crazy cold around here, and then now it's going to be warm again. So, yeah. Wait, what'd you say? We had a comment here. Oh, the Purple Death color. Yeah, I almost bought that one, but I know that usually that off-white and like a real bright, I don't like the real bright one, and they have one real bright. They have this bone color, which I'm pretty sure will work good. And then I really got this one just because so far the buzzbaits, the black buzzbait color seems to be working good. I will either think about putting a gold blade on it, or I have that gold paint. I could paint that blade gold, and then I could always just, clear the paint off just to try it. So, and I may take that can wherever I put it. It's actually fingernail polish. I don't know. I got it at the Dollar Tree just to painted a few baits gold. Just maybe a little touch of gold somewhere along, a little few streaks would actually help, because I think there's something to this whole black and blue gold blade buzzbait deal we got going on. Yeah, that Purple Death, that would probably be my next one. If I go out and start turning them up with this, and it may not be this year, maybe early spring, I don't know how much nice weather we have. It's dropped down. I think the low for a couple mornings was like 27 degrees. Like, it's been below freezing a few mornings, but then it was almost, I want to say it was 70 something. It's going to be like 80 tomorrow, 80 something Saturday and Sunday. But the water temps have been in the 60 to a high 50s. If they get down around at 55 or low, I don't know where they are right now. That topwater deal may be like, so we'll find out though. Saturday, guarantee you, me and Matt will find out if they're on Buzzbaits, Hellraisers, which is a topwater chatterbait, or chatterbaits, or jabberjaws, or soft plastics of some sort. And we will let you guys know what we found out. All right, guys, get out, go Bass and Bonsai. But whatever you do, make sure you have fun doing it. We gone.